Hi Year 5, how are you? It's Mrs. Gill here. Welcome back to week 3 Japanese. I have my helper here again today with me, so we will see how we go. Now on the screen in front of you is your worksheet from last week. So last week we learned how to ask and say what your name is. So just as a quick review, we need to ask a question. And then remember there's a different way for boys and girls to reply as to what their name is. So if I wanted to say, what is your name? I would say, Onemae wa nan desu ka? Remembering that ka was our question mark and nan meant what. Now if I was a boy, I had to use boku at the start of my sentences. So if I was a boy, I would say, boku no namae wa. I would put in my name, then desu. If I was a girl, which I am, I use watashi. So, watashi no namae wa, name desu. So that's a quick review of that. Now looking through your folders, some of you have finished tracing over the script and putting them into English. Some of you haven't quite finished that yet. So I want you to move on to week 3's worksheet first, and then when you get time at the end of the lesson today, come back to this and finish it off. Okay? Now looking down here, Mr. Cowley let me know that the video had some problems loading and not many of you got to the numbers section. So this part here is where we probably need to start today. So what I gave for you last week was the numbers from 1 to 12. We only went up to 12 because this is so we can learn how to say how old we are, and also none of you are going to be older than 12. So I'm going to quickly remind you about how to pronounce each of these words, and then I'll let you know what jobs you have for today. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay? And remember for number 4 and number 7, there's 2 different ways we can pronounce that number. So number 4 can be shi and yon, and number 7 can be shichi or nana. For our ages, we use shi and shichi, so we don't need to worry about those other 2 yet. Then below that, we had our script. So these are kanji. Kanji are symbols that mean a whole word. So this is the symbol that means number 1 in Japanese. Just like we have our English symbols for numbers, Japanese people have the same thing. You'll notice that the numbers repeat. So for example, this is 10. The number 10 looks like a cross. The number 1 looks like a line. So 11 is 10 plus 1, which is 11. So Japanese people write a 10 and a 1 symbol. For 12, they write a 10 and a 2 symbol. Okay? Now once you've traced over those, your next job is to go down here. I've given you these to trace over, and then in these 2 lines I want you to see if you can draw the kanji on your own. So that will be your first job today, is practicing your numbers. Once we've finished our numbers, I think I said to Mr. Cowley to give you 5 minutes to get that done. So 5-minute timer, Mr. Cowley, and we'll finish off our numbers. Then we're going to go over to week 3. So week 3, we've got a little quick quiz to see if you remember what your numbers are. So you need to look at the kanji symbol and then in English tell me what that number means. You can use your vocab charts for that, which are the new dark green ones. So you guys are dark green for this unit, and you can keep them in your blue folders. The next new thing we're going to learn today is how to ask what is our age. Now because we already know how to ask someone what is their name, you'll notice that there's 3 similar words again. Okay, so the word for what is the same, which is nan, is des, and ka means question mark. So nan desu ka, all of those 3 words are the same as we learnt last week. The only new word we have is this word here, which means age or years old, and it's pronounced sai. So altogether, it means what age is question mark, or how old are you? What is your age? Nansai desu ka? Nansai desu ka? That's how we ask someone what their age is. Now again, if I'm a boy, I have to use boku at the start of my sentence. If I'm a girl, I have to use watashi. Now, this sentence is smaller than our name sentence, so it should be a bit easier. You say I, number, years old am. So I am 10 years old. I am 9 years old. I am 11 years old. Okay, I 11 years old am. We know our Japanese sentences are not in the same order. So if I was a boy, 僕は number 歳です。If I was a girl, 私は number 歳です。So all we have to do is put in one of our numbers for the year or the age that matches you. The last thing I want you to do today is to have a look at this question and answer conversation. So we've got some cats here. These are magical talking cats that speak only in Japanese. And your job is to figure out what they are saying in English. So each cat is going to ask the same question. 何歳ですか? 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 And each of these cats over here is going to tell you how old they are. So we've got a boy cat because he's boku. And we've got two girl cats, watashi and watashi. 僕は12歳です。私は7歳です。私は9歳です。So your job is to put all of those sentences into English. If you get time down the very bottom, I've given you room to write your own conversation. So this is you as a cat at the moment, so you guys are going to be a black cat. And this stripy ginger cat over here, he kind of looks like Garfield. He's going to ask you, what age is it? I something years old am. Your job here, however, is to go from the English into Japanese. So I've got here, write in hiragana. So underneath that, you need to write out the hiragana that matches what that means. Remember here, if you're a boy, you need to use boku as the right symbols. If you're a girl, you need to use watashi. Now, one last thing, if I go to our vocabulary chart, which I'm going to quickly find my folder here, Year 5, here we go. Now, this I've printed on green paper, but when it's on Word, it's only in white. So this is your vocab chart. I'm just going to quickly show you where all of our words are, because now that we have this vocab chart, you don't have to flick through your folder to find the words. You can pull out your vocab chart. It has all the answers on there for you to work on your worksheet. So this first section here has all our greetings. If I scroll down, we've then got our big list of numbers. Down the very bottom, we've got some country names. We learn them next week, so don't worry about those yet. If you flip over to the back side of your chart, we've got all of our sentence patterns. What is your name? My name is. How old are you? I am something years old. And we also learn how to ask someone what country they're from, but we haven't learned that yet. So all of your symbols, all of your pronunciations, all of your answers are on your vocab chart. All right, quick recap. First of all, 5 minutes to finish our numbers, get them traced, get them practiced. Second job, you need to go over to your worksheet, complete the number quiz, make sure you understand what these sentences are and figure out what the cats are saying. Then if you get all of that done, as per usual, you get to work on your title page. Have a lovely day, Year 5s, and I'll see you around school next week. Bye!